Have you ever felt a quiet warning deep inside your body, a feeling you tried to ignore because it seemed small, insignificant, or just part of getting older? This is the story of Mrs. Johnson, a lively 68-year-old grandmother who had always been the heart of her family. She loved tending her garden, taking morning walks, and sharing laughter with her grandchildren. But slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, something changed. Mrs. Johnson began feeling an overwhelming fatigue that no amount of rest could fix. Tasks she once did with ease, like preparing a meal or walking around the block, became exhausting battles. She told herself, "I'm just getting old. This is normal." She ignored the heaviness in her chest and the shortness of breath that crept in during simple activities. She thought these were just small discomforts she had to accept. One day, after trying to keep up with her daily routine, Mrs. Johnson found herself too weak to even make it to her mailbox. The spark in her eyes dimmed, and worry crept into her family's hearts. That silent exhaustion was not just aging, it was her body's desperate plea for help. Sadly, stories like Mrs. Johnson's are far too common. Many seniors dismiss these quiet signals, chalking them up to just getting old. But the truth is, the body often whispers before it screams. Those subtle signs, fatigue, chest pain, confusion, can be early warnings of serious, even life-threatening conditions. If you're over 60, it's time to listen to your body. Don't let these warning signs slip away unnoticed. Ignoring them could cost you your independence, your joy, or even your life. This conversation you're about to have with yourself could be one of the most important steps to protecting your health and the precious years ahead. As we age, it's natural for our bodies to change. A little more tiredness here, a small ache there. But some signs are not simply part of aging. They are urgent messages from your body that something serious may be happening beneath the surface. Recognizing these warnings early can mean the difference between catching a treatable condition in time and facing a medical emergency. Doctors have identified 6 key symptoms that seniors over 60 should never ignore. These aren't just common complaints. They are red flags signaling that vital organs could be under threat, or that a hidden illness is progressing rapidly. In the next few minutes, we will explore these 6 dangerous signs in detail. Understanding them empowers you to take swift action, whether that means scheduling a doctor's appointment, seeking emergency care, or simply paying closer attention to changes in your health. Because when it comes to your well-being after 60, awareness isn't just helpful, it's essential. Let's begin. 1. Unexplained extreme fatigue. Fatigue. Everyone experiences it at times. But have you ever felt a tiredness so deep and relentless that no amount of sleep or rest seems to help? This is not the kind of fatigue you get after a long day or a restless night. It's an overwhelming exhaustion that steals your energy, your joy, and your ability to do the things you love. Imagine waking up every morning feeling like you've run a marathon the day before, even though you've barely moved. Simple activities like cooking a meal or walking around your home suddenly feel like climbing a steep mountain. Conversations that used to energize you leave you drained. This is the kind of fatigue that doctors warn about, a silent scream from your body that something vital is struggling inside. For seniors, this extreme exhaustion often signals serious underlying health problems. It might be your heart laboring to pump blood effectively, your kidneys faltering in their vital functions, or your immune system battling an unseen threat. Sometimes, it's the first clue of conditions like advanced cancer, heart failure, or kidney disease. Mrs. Johnson's story reminds us how easy it is to dismiss this warning as just getting old. But unlike the natural slowing down of age, this fatigue is persistent and worsening. It's your body conserving precious energy because vital organs are under stress. If you notice this kind of exhaustion creeping into your life, don't push through it. Pay attention. Ask yourself, when did this start? Is it getting worse? Does rest help at all? If the answer is no, it's time to see your doctor. A thorough checkup, including blood tests and heart function evaluations, could uncover hidden problems early. And early detection means more treatment options, a better quality of life, and a chance to enjoy your golden years fully. Remember, energy is life. When it starts to fade without reason, it's not something to ignore. It's a call to action. 2. Sudden and severe. Chest pain or pressure. Chest pain is one of the most frightening symptoms anyone can experience, especially when it comes on suddenly and with intensity. For seniors, this kind of pain should never be taken lightly or ignored. Imagine feeling a heavy weight pressing down on your chest, like an invisible hand squeezing tighter and tighter. This pain might spread to your arm, neck, jaw, or back, sending waves of fear through your body. It could start as a mild discomfort, but quickly grow into something unbearable. Many older adults mistakenly dismiss this pain as heartburn, muscle strain, or simply stress. But doctors warn us, this type of chest pain could be a sign of a heart attack or an aortic dissection, which is a life-threatening tear in the main artery of the body. Time is critical. Every minute counts when your heart or aorta is in danger. Symptoms like cold sweats, dizziness, nausea, or shortness of breath often accompany this pain, signaling a medical emergency. Mrs. Johnson's neighbors once shared how she experienced this intense chest pressure one afternoon, but hesitated to seek help, thinking it would pass. By the time she called 911, precious minutes had slipped away. Don't make the same mistake. If you or someone you love experiences sudden, severe chest pain or pressure, don't wait or try to push through it. Call emergency services immediately. Paramedics can begin life-saving treatments on the way to the hospital, greatly increasing the chance of survival. Remember, the most dangerous mistake isn't overreacting. It's waiting too long. Your heart's warning signs are urgent cries for help. Respond quickly, and you could save your life. 3. Difficulty breathing or shortness of breath. Breathing is something we often take for granted, effortless, natural, and constant. But imagine suddenly feeling like you can't catch your breath, even when resting quietly. This unsettling sensation is more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a serious warning your body is sending. For seniors, unexplained shortness of breath or difficulty breathing can be a sign of life-threatening conditions. It might mean your heart is struggling to pump blood properly, leading to fluid buildup in the lungs, a condition known as congestive heart failure. Or it could be a dangerous blood clot blocking blood flow to your lungs, called a pulmonary embolism. Sometimes it even signals a silent heart attack, one without the typical chest pain, but with severe respiratory symptoms. Mrs. Johnson once found herself gasping for air after climbing a few stairs, a frightening experience she thought was normal aging. But this breathlessness was a cry for urgent help. Other signs to watch for include waking up suddenly in the night gasping for air, feeling dizzy or faint, and persistent coughing. These symptoms should never be ignored or attributed simply to getting older. If you experience sudden or worsening difficulty breathing, stay calm, sit down, and call emergency services immediately. Trying to push through it or waiting for it to pass can be deadly. Your breath is your lifeline. When it becomes a struggle, it's your body's urgent plea for assistance. Respond without delay. Every breath counts. 4. Drastic and unexplained weight loss. Losing weight can often be seen as a positive change, especially when we don't have to work hard for it. But after 60, sudden, unexplained weight loss is a serious red flag, not a cause for celebration. Imagine noticing your clothes fitting more loosely, the scale dropping steadily, yet you haven't changed your eating habits or exercise routine. At first, it might feel like a lucky break, but deep down, your body is telling a different story. For seniors, Losing more than 5% of your body weight within 6 months without trying can indicate underlying illnesses. This could include aggressive cancers like pancreatic, lung, or gastrointestinal cancer, which often cause rapid weight loss by disrupting how your body absorbs nutrients and burns energy, even at rest. Other causes might be thyroid disorders, chronic infections, or conditions where your digestive system fails to absorb nutrients properly, leading to muscle and fat loss. This accelerated loss of muscle mass increases frailty, fatigue, and the risk of falls or injuries. Mrs. Johnson's daughter noticed her mother's weight dropping unexpectedly and urged her to see a doctor. That visit revealed early-stage cancer, caught just in time for treatment. If you or a loved one experiences sudden weight loss with no explanation, don't ignore it. Schedule a full medical evaluation that includes blood work, imaging, and nutritional assessment. Remember, your weight is more than a number, it's a vital sign of your body's health. Unexplained loss is your body's cry for help. Listening early can save your strength, your independence, and even your life. 5. Confusion, disorientation, or sudden personality changes. Imagine waking up one day and suddenly feeling lost in your own home, unable to remember familiar names or places, or noticing a loved one who once was steady and kind, suddenly becoming confused, irritable, or withdrawn overnight. These sudden changes in mental clarity and personality are not just normal signs of aging. They could be urgent warnings from the brain. For seniors, abrupt confusion or disorientation may signal serious health issues such as a transient ischemic attack, TIA, commonly called a mini-stroke, which temporarily disrupts blood flow to the brain. These episodes might last only minutes, but can be precursors to a major stroke. Infections, especially urinary tract infections, can also cause sudden confusion or agitation in older adults. Sometimes this mental fog is the first sign of a life-threatening infection called sepsis, which demands immediate medical attention. Unlike gradual memory loss associated with dementia, these sudden shifts often happen quickly and severely, indicating that something critical is affecting the brain. Mrs. Johnson's grandson recalled how she once became unusually forgetful and disoriented after a minor infection. At first, the family thought it was just senior moments, but when her confusion worsened, they rushed her to the hospital, where she received life-saving treatment. If you or someone you love experiences sudden confusion, disorientation, or personality changes, don't dismiss it. Seek medical help immediately. Early diagnosis and treatment can prevent irreversible brain damage and improve outcomes. Your mind is precious. Protect it by listening carefully to these warning signs. 6. Severe and persistent abdominal pain. A stomach ache here and there is common and often harmless. But what if the pain is deep, sharp, or tearing, lasting for hours and getting worse? For anyone over 60, severe and persistent abdominal pain could be a life-threatening emergency. Imagine feeling a sudden intense pain in your belly or lower back that refuses to ease. This could be a sign of a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm, a dangerous weakening and bursting of the body's main artery that leads to massive internal bleeding. Without immediate treatment, this condition can be fatal within minutes. Other serious causes include intestinal ischemia, where blood flow to the intestines is suddenly blocked, causing tissue death and severe infection. Pancreatitis and gallbladder attacks, which are more common in older adults, can also cause severe abdominal pain that radiates to the back or worsens after eating. Warning signs you should never ignore include vomiting, fever, swelling, or tenderness in the abdomen, changes in bowel habits, or dark stools. Mrs. Johnson's neighbor once ignored worsening abdominal pain until it became unbearable, only to find out later it was a ruptured aneurysm. The outcome could have been much worse without rapid emergency care. If you experience severe, ongoing abdominal pain, especially with additional symptoms, call 911 or go to the emergency room immediately. Don't wait or try to tough it out. At this stage of life, your body's signals are urgent. Acting quickly could mean the difference between full recovery and a critical emergency. As we age, it's natural to experience changes in our bodies. But not every change is just getting older. The 6 signs we've talked about: unexplained extreme fatigue, sudden chest pain, difficulty breathing, rapid weight loss, sudden confusion, and severe abdominal pain, are urgent warnings. They are your body's way of telling you that something serious is happening beneath the surface. Ignoring these signals can lead to delayed diagnosis, missed treatment opportunities, and even life-threatening emergencies. But here's the good news. You have the power to act. You know your body better than anyone else. When something feels wrong, trust your instincts. Speak up. Make that doctor's appointment. Ask for tests. And if something feels urgent, don't hesitate. Call 911. Your health is the foundation of your independence, your happiness, and your precious time with loved ones. Staying informed and attentive is one of the most important ways to protect it. Remember Mrs. Johnson's story, a reminder that listening to your body, no matter how quiet the warning, can save your life. Take what you've learned today and share it with those you care about. Because knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. Thank you for taking your health seriously. Your future self will thank you for it.